Okay, so this is how you cook some chicken breast using your Instapot. So first I'm going to pour about a cup of chicken broth, and then I'm going to add some seasoning. I have broth in there with some seasoning, and then I'm just going to add the chicken breast straight to the water. I'm not going to, or the broth, I'm not going to use the trivet. Just straight in there. I have 3 chicken breasts in the Instapot. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on. Make sure that the valve is closed up here. It's on sealing. And pressure cook. Some of the models it'll say manual, but mine is pressure cook because it is the Duo. So this is raw chicken, so I'm going to set it for 20 minutes. Pressure cook. This is on because it will start to cool down once it actually starts pressure the cooking. Okay, so it says on. This means that it's going to wait a while. It has to warm up, and then when the timer actually hits on, it'll start to count down, and that's when you know it's actually cooking. So right now you can see that the pressure cooker is still warming. It says on here, and then up here you'll notice that this has not, right here, this has not popped up yet. So it is still currently warming up. When it is ready, it will show your time on the screen. Okay, so my Instapot just beeped from on to the time. So now this means it will now start counting down from 20 minutes. And that when it hits 0, I know that it's time for it to start warming, just kind of cooling down from the pressure cooking. Okay, so it's cooling down at this point, meaning it's done with the pressure cooking, so it will slowly start to release steam. It's called a natural release. So what I'm going to do, since the chicken is cooked for 20 minutes, I'm going to let this timer go to about 3 minutes before I actually release the steam up here. And the way this works is the timer will actually count up. So it'll have 1, 2, and then when it hits 3, that's when I'm going to release the steam. Okay, so the Instapot has been naturally releasing pressure for about 3 minutes. So it's kind of like cooling down. And so what I'm going to do up here, you can see that it's still up. So there's still quite a bit of pressure in there. So I'm going to move my Instapot away from my cabinets, which I've painted, and I don't want to mess up the paint. So I'm going to try to move it over as much as possible. And then I'm going to release the steam. And so that's going to go for a little bit. And once this is down, it'll be safe to open. You do not want to put your hand too close to it. Mine's really far away. Just really nice camera work, makes it look like it's close. But you want to keep your hands away from that area. It's very, very hot. As you can see on the warning label, super hot. So this just went down. So I'm going to open. Let the liquid drip in, because it's going to be really hot. Let it drip in, don't touch it. And I'm just going to hook this right here on the side. Okay, so what I'm about to do is pull out the chicken with these tongs, put them on a plate, and I do want to check the internal temperature and just make sure that it's ready. Okay, so the chicken, I'm going to check and see if it's done. I Googled just to make sure I knew what the internal temperature of chicken needs to be, because I'm not much of a cook, which is why I got the Instapot in the first place. I cannot cook, it's super sad. So I'm going to stick the thermometer in there. Please be at least 165, because that's what Google said. What the what? Okay, seriously, Instapot is amazing. I cannot cook like anything. And I pretty much mastered the chicken breast. So there you go. It's pretty easy, pretty fast. You know, 20 minutes, 3 minutes of it. It's naturally releasing. And now you have yourself a nice little chicken. Thanks for watching.